Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. I would like to just take a moment. Well, first of all, hi. I'm feeling it today. It feels really good. It's Friday. The sun is shining. I got insights coming from every direction, and it feels flowy and juicy, and I just love it. And I hope that you're having a flowy and juicy day too. Anywho, welcome to Into the Bliss 1717. I'm Carey Lee. I'm absolutely honored that you're here with me, and I would like to send you some positive vibes with your permission, of course. Yes, this is my magic wand. Ting, ting. I hope that that sends you some cheer. It puts a smile on your face. Because at the end of the day, laughter is literally so healthy for you. I'm not even kidding. I know that sounds cheesy. I don't care. Let it be a cheese fest. Okay? If being cheesy is wrong, I don't want to be right. Anyway, today is Friday, May 3rd, 2024. And I have a reading for you. I have a message for you from Spirit. So let's get after it. I went ahead and pre-shuffled an oracle deck from Dr. Judith Orloff. It is for those that have empathic gifts, sensitivity gifts. It's really for everyone, but it was geared and created toward that. It's one of my favorite decks. Anyway, so what we're going to start off with here, Spirit asked me to pull 3 cards, which I did. I complied, happily complied. Anyway, card number 1, opinions are the lowest form of knowledge. Agreed. It says, do not be thrown off by others' opinions. Simply say, I appreciate your input, and do what intuitively feels right for you. Second card, make peace with uncertainty. It may take a while to find clarity about a situation. Be patient. Know that invisible healing forces are at work during this phase. And the last card, remember your gifts. What a powerful looking card there. Some really intense, divine energy, that golden consciousness, right? That universal wisdom. I feel like that's the sun, and the sun is the source of all life. The sun is the source of our divinity and the insights and the messages that we receive from the heavens, right? So this is basically saying, did I read it or not? Oh gosh, I don't know if I did. I'm going to anyway. Focus on your blessings rather than dwelling on adversity. Pause and give thanks for your gifts, such as your sensitivity, intuition, health, friendships, and family. So I feel like, and I'm holding on to this warrior amethyst stone. Isn't it like absolutely gorgeous? It's called a warrior amethyst stone because it's imperfect. It's been broken and it's imperfect. And I feel like that's a good way to start this message because it's just really about embracing our imperfections. You know, what is perfect? Perfectionism is like a trauma response, honestly. Anyway, my point is embracing our imperfections is where the secret sauce is in life, right? Honoring our uniqueness. And that includes our voice and our belief systems and our values and the things that we want to pursue in our lives, right? And I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who is definitely on the spiritual path. You've experienced an initial awakening, maybe the beginnings of the awakenings. Maybe you've had a couple awakening expansion experiences up to this point. But what's standing out to me is that I feel like you're stuck. And that's common. Like, I'm literally coming out of a massive stagnant phase, right? But I feel like you know what your goal is. Like, you know what you're working toward. You know, like, without a shadow of a doubt, what you want so bad in life, like what you want. You're answering your call. And you know this project that you're working on, right? But like you keep getting stuck on the how, and you keep getting stuck on what other people are like saying about the project. So I've got a few things for you on this. I feel like first and foremost, and I'm going to pull cards, we're going to go into a little bit detailed, but I feel like, people are not saying things to you because they're trying to throw you off your path. A lot of people, again, you have to just consider not everybody is on this journey. Not everybody is on this spiritual path, okay? And so that's one of the lessons that we learn when we get on this path, is that we really have to not take things personally, right? We have to also not take things personally when people are, sharing their opinions and their advice and whatnot. And not everybody knows what holding space means in terms of like, if I'm talking to you about something, I'm sharing an idea, or I'm sharing with you something that's really important to me that I'm working on, and then, you come back at me and start giving me all this advice. Well, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, well, I wasn't really asking for your advice as much as I was just sharing with you this really exciting thing that I'm doing. But I know a lot of times in the past, I may have taken offense to that, taken it personally, because I thought maybe somebody didn't think I was smart enough to take it, or I didn't know what I was doing, or, you know what I mean? It just took it more of like a personal insult, when it really wasn't a personal insult. It's just that particular individual isn't to a place in their heart mind coherence where they understand that. Don't offer advice unsolicited. Let me rephrase that. Don't offer unsolicited advice. Does that make sense? Because at the end of the day, not everybody, wants to receive that. Like, you're not looking at that. Again, I just wanted to share good news. Anyway, I'm rambling. 2:33 on the clock. That may be important to somebody. 33 is a very big number in numerology. It's a symbol of expansion. And I feel like somebody, like I said, I'm talking to somebody who's already had at least one expansion experience, if not a few. You could be going through one, or actually, I know a lot of us had some serious expansion experiences over this last eclipse season, and you could be one of them. And you're kind of in the throes of integrating that, right? Anyway, it's really, truly not taking what people are saying personally, and just really looking at them from a place of love. And actually, I learned something. It's like, you can channel the devil's energy. And I don't mean Satan. I mean like the devil card in tarot, in terms of like, the devil laughs at the face of adversity. The devil laughs at the face of adversity, and he laughs at his own weaknesses. And he just, it's kind of one of those things, like, laughter's good for the soul. 2:34 on the clock now. You're taking your steps up, right? What I mean by that is channeling that sense of mirth. I think of Clark Griswold. Well, I can't talk because it's like coming so fast. Clark Griswold, where he's like, Christmas Vacation was like, oh, mirth, like the laughter, the giggliness, the playfulness, So I feel like it's just really, and I'm not telling you to go and laugh at people when they share their opinions with you. I mean more of an internal laugh, something to help soothe you and help you transition your thought patterns away from taking things personally, and looking at it in sense of, they're sharing their opinions. I didn't ask for their advice, right? It's not a personal dig. It's just like they're communicating with you as far as their consciousness will allow. Do you know what I mean? But the most important thing is, don't stop. Whatever you're doing, don't stop what you're doing. Keep moving forward. You have to exercise the mind like a muscle, in terms of, if you've been in that pattern before, where you're working on something, and somebody's like, well, why are you going to do it that way? I think you should do it this way, or I think you should do it that way, or I think you should, what about this? What about that? It's like, shh, it's time to just silence out the external voices. Maybe even consider being a little bit more choosy about who you're sharing information with. Also, maybe, a disclaimer up front. Hey, I want to share something with you, really, really excited, but I'm not necessarily looking for advice. And I'm just kind of like, You know what I mean? Not to be rude or anything, but you're just kind of trying to set boundaries. You know, at the end of the day, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. You need to follow your own intuition and follow your path and follow what your inner self is telling you to do, the steps it's telling you to take. Listen to your intuition, listen to your spirit team, right? So making peace with uncertainty, that kind of ties into that, trusting. It's really that mustard seed vibe. I've really just come across that recently. This book that I oh my gosh, it's like a godsend. I'm not affiliated with this in any way either, but this book by Caroline Myss, Intimate Conversations with the Divine. It's a bunch of prayers that she has, written about and journaled about in her personal life over the years. What I love about this book is that it breaks down the prayer, and then it also breaks down, like, it gives you a lesson, guidance, and, the whys, Anyway, I'm rambling. Whatever you are unclear of, I feel like whatever okay, so I feel like you are struggling on a certain level, whoever I'm speaking to right now, when it comes to making peace with uncertainty. This is about that trust, like self-confidence and personal power. This also kind of ties into paying no attention to the opinions of others, like being appreciative, whatever, but like essentially following your own intuition, right? But I think where that all really stems from is when we don't trust ourselves, right? When we stop and we pause, we let external comments, external noise impact us, impact our internal landscape, our decision-making processes, all of that stuff. It definitely leans towards this lack of self-confidence, lack of personal power. This is all in your solar plexus. And I feel like that's why I'm seeing so much gold in each of the pictures, right? This is gold and blue. So throat chakra and solar plexus. I feel like it's going to take some time. You're currently in the throes of integrating and still not just integrating, but I feel like you're still peeling back layers. And I feel like this could also almost be karmic, like past life related. That just kind of threw into my mindset here. And that's where this healing is coming from, unseen, from the unseen. So something I've recently learned is that spirit, I just got chills on that one. Spirit is going to heal within you whatever it is that you're not capable of healing. However, the caveat to that is that spirit is not going to send that healing to you. He's not going to send the healing angels to you on that until you have exhausted every effort, until you have gone into the very depths. And I know that you feel like right now, I've already addressed this. Why is this being thrown back up in my face? Believe me, I go through this as well. I think I literally just cried out about it last week, Here's what I've learned, and it's absolutely fascinating. Our life cycle is not a circle. It doesn't just go boop, 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 boop. It's a spiral like this. Okay? And so we're going to come back. We go through this cycle and we have these experiences and challenges so that we can learn these lessons, right? And we may learn a lesson and we've achieved it and we're success and we've achieved this, right? And so we're leveling up. But some of the things that we're looking at healing, because the whole purpose of awakening, the whole purpose of expanding is clearing out your vessel of everything, all people, places, energy, situations, thought processes, belief systems, anything and everything, stuff from your karmic, from your past life, from your karma. It's about clearing your vessel, your mind, body, spirit, clearing that of all of it. Okay? So with that in mind, when we circle back, we've leveled up, right? We've leveled up, we've faced this curriculum of challenges and obstacles. We've learned these lessons, right? We've succeeded. And now we're going into another level. We've expanded and we're going into another level. And now we have a whole new curriculum to go through, other obstacles and challenges to go through, right? And so I feel like whatever it is that you're dealing with is coming from a very deeply, deeply, deeply embedded core belief, possibly something related to generational trauma, generational healing, and you could very well be a black sheeper. I mean, it takes one to know one, right? I'm a black sheeper too, okay? And most of us black sheeps are actually, we're the freaking cycle breakers of the family. We're the dragon slayers of the generational curses, right? So I feel like if you have trust issues, if you have lack of self-confidence, somebody took your confidence away from you, whether it's in this life or another life, or it's something that was passed down to you genetically. Okay? Maybe there's a lot of confusion coming from this. And that's where some of this uncertainty is. Like, what the heck? But what I'm here to say is, again, you're coming around that level. You're on that spiral. And now you're facing a very similar circumstance. And whether it's a person or a place or a situation that's coming up and resurfacing, you're like, why is this coming back to me? Because there are other layers. There are other layers that are much more deeply embedded and deeply ingrained. Don't forget, we're dealing with subconscious healing too. Okay? And that takes time and it takes patience. You know, show yourself some grace. Okay? But here's the thing. You really, 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 I think that making peace with the unknown, you don't have the clarity right now. What you have worked through is amazing. The healers are going to come in. The healing angels are going to come in and finish what's left. And that is going to free you up to continue on your path and continue digging deeper, pulling back more layers, right? Does that make sense? Because at the end of the day, when we're peeling back all of these layers, what are we looking for? We're looking for healing, but you're going to find some gems that will help you continue to push forward and really stand into your full, true purpose, your true soul's destiny. So in times like this, I haven't even gotten to tarot cards and we're 18 minutes in. Holy smoky pose. In times like these where you're really struggling, you're on the struggle bus, 2:44 on the clock, 4:4. Yeah, angels, 4:4 is like structure, stability, building your foundations from a place of truth, right? I feel like, and that takes more time, by the way, when you are really coming at this authentically, you know, searching for your own deepest truths. And sometimes things are really deeply suppressed. I'm going off onto tangents. I'm sorry, guys. I have like flows, streams coming through, and I'm still kind of really new at managing the flows. I'm a noob. An ancient soul and a noob body, okay? Anyway, times like these, we remember our gifts. We remember our why. We lean into our why. We don't want to be focusing on this isn't working because of this, or this sucks, or this is I can't seem to make this out of that. Okay, why is this not happening to me now? Why can I not be successful right now? It's like, no. Focus on, okay, hold on. Everything that you already have. You're healthy. You're alive. You have all these wonderful gifts. Lean into gratitude. It's really easy to be grateful when things are just like rolling and shaking and a boop, boop, boo, right? But It's during the times of real adversity when it's real, true, impactful power comes in. Because when you can lean into to gratitude, and I'm not talking like, I'm grateful for my Louis Vuitton. No. I'm talking, I'm grateful that I have a heart that is beating and lungs that are breathing. I'm thankful that I am alive and I am healthy. I have my mind's wits. I'm grateful for my connection to the divine realm. Things like that. You know what I mean? Anyway, you're going to be okay. It feels rough because you've probably come through a really rough eclipse season. April was intense, but you're not alone. It was intense for all of us. If you need to pause and take a break from your healing, do it and take all the time you need. Sometimes that's what we need in order to lean into gratitude and remember our gifts, is to take a pause and go do something else. Go have some fun. Go do something, get into your body and out of your head. Do you know what I mean? Get into your yoga, get into your working out. Go for a walk. Let's pull some tarot cards. What else do you want this collective to know, Spirit? Please and thank you. Whoa, those just came out perfectly. Like, I don't even have to, like, okay. Okay. You just came through a massive death and rebirth cycle. Like, you are in the process of being rebirthed. And that is extremely uncomfortable. Extremely uncomfortable. Do you think when you were a little bambino coming out of your mom's birth portal that it was an easy experience for you? I mean, we don't remember it for a reason. Okay? And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I feel like you see how this particular angel of death is like, okay, so the pink around it always reminds me of angelic love and support. And then the yellow on this side is more like, okay, you're surrounded by that divine consciousness. You're tapped in. And in your mind is this vast, cosmos. Infinity. 13. 4. More stability. This death and rebirth is it's bringing in like real, true, solid foundation for your life. So going through that rebirthing process is especially important to really hone in on your own internal guidance, your intuition. You are being led to fully trust yourself and not even seek external guidance. Now, I'm not talking about professional guidance, like, if you need legal counsel or medical counsel, those types of things. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the opinions of your family and friends. You know what I mean? Not digging at them, but they're not you. And they're not having your experience. You are. And especially in this day and age, part of the big shift that we're all experiencing going from 3D to 5D is really, really, really honing in on mind and heart coherence so that people are able to truly trust what their soul is telling them. you know? So with this rebirth, my baby, Ace of Pentacles. Like, are you kidding me right now? Look at that. It's golden. It's divinely gifted. So, yay, you did. You succeeded. You've leveled up. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is just a seed. It's a seed to plant, but it's a big one to plant. I mean, this is like long-term stability and success in every area in the earthly realm. Your family life, your friend life, your spiritual life, your sex life, your money life, your health life, your fun bus life. But it's going to take some time and it's going to take some nurturing. And that means not giving up. Oops, sorry for the air blowers. They don't usually show up at this time of day on a Friday, for Pete's sake. So we're going to have to wrap this up pretty soon, I'm sure. Anyway, they're just doing their job. And I'm actually really grateful for it. Okay, I'm here to say. Anyway, back to this. Long-term success with this. But again, you've got to be, step into your King of Wands energy. King of Wands is extremely powerful, entrepreneurial spirit. He is also he's holding, see the wand that he's holding, the fire, the flame, that obviously signifies the fire element. The wands are the Aries, the Sagittarians, and oh my God, the Leos. Hello, wow, there's a Leo right behind there. Anyway, I feel like the Wands people, King of Wands. He's. I'm stuttering because I'm distracted by the blower. He is connected to the spirit realm. He is highly intuitive and gifted and constantly tapped in, receiving divine guidance on projects and things like of the sort. But he's also extremely resourceful in the material world. He's extremely charismatic. He is a true born natural leader. So if you're already not in a leadership role, you're being asked to step up and fully embody this leadership role. That lion in the background, that is a source. You have that strength of the lion. The lion is the king of the animal world. Okay? Also representing our divine source, great spirit. Okay? You have what it takes. You have what it takes to execute. Nothing is ever given to us that we don't have the capabilities of achieving. So, remember who you are. In order to nurture the Ace of Pentacles, you have to put the consistent work in. This is on the bottom of the deck, and this is the overarching energy of the tarot cards, okay? So you've got to be consistent about the work. This is about mastering whatever it is that you're, if you're learning a new skill for this endeavor or whatnot, this is about really honing in and mastering those skills, taking advantage of the time that you have right now to learn those skills and master those skills. Some of you may be like, hey, you need to, depending upon your learning style, maybe you need to jump up. I feel like I'm being called to say it's time to act and actually put what you're learning into application, apply it, so that you can get that experience, right? I'm not sure what that means. I just felt pushed to say that. But you can't let other people's opinions put you in a free state and stop you from being diligent and consistent. So something else I've learned is CCIA, committed, consistent, imperfect action. Okay? And that, my friends, is going to lead you to the ultimate stability. You got a lot of fours and you got a lot of force popping off. Here comes 255 on the clock. So what have we had here, guys? We've had 233, 234, 244, and 255. 55 is all about change, my friends. Changes. You're headed to victory. Okay? You're headed to victory. You're headed to stability, security. You got the Ace of Pentacles, baby. You got the Ace of Pentacles. You've already gone through the death, right? The big death. You're in this rebirthing process. Don't stop. Don't stop. believing. Hold on to that feeling. Okay, yeah, that just popped off in my head. I think that's an important theme song for you. Maybe that should be your theme song, your anthem. Hold on to that feeling. Anchor into the feeling of your why. Anchor into the feeling of your truth. Anchor into the feeling of your values. And you know what? Poof, you're off, baby. All right, so I'm getting the biggest chills right now on my thighs. I love you, Spirit. Oh my God. They liked that song, evidently. They sent me the song. I sent it to you, that's why. Okay. The angels have something they want to say. Angels, what do you have to say to this collective? Thank you so very much for your presence. We appreciate and respect you and adore you as much as you adore us. Oh. Oh, that card kept wanting to come out. I'm going with it. Ha! That's freaking amazing. So I feel like no. Just say no to external circumstances. Just say no to external opinions, because what did we learn about today, kiddies? They're the lowest form of knowledge. Okay? Just say no. Trust your own inner wisdom, right? Let go of your need to control. Let go of your need to control the outcome. Let go of your need to control the process. You need to just let yourself go into the flow state. Trust your own internal guidance, okay? And keep working diligently, methodically, slowly. Slow and steady wins the race, my loves. Slow and steady wins the race. Take action. Take consistent action. This is that CCIA, committed, consistent, imperfect action. I would love to invite you to draw, sketch, paint, do something, write it on a sticky note, write it on your mirror. CCIA, committed, consistent, imperfect action, and do it every single day. I'm in the process of an 88-day challenge of posting one video, high quality, high value, taking my ego out of it. It's for you. It is for you. I'm here to be helpful. And for 88 days, this is day 3 for me. Day 3 on May 3rd. Isn't that funny? Day 3 of 88 days. 88 is a special number for me. Anyway, choosing a new direction. This is not meant to confuse you at all. This is just saying, choose a new direction of fully surrendering to trust in the divine. And when you choose that direction, when you surrender, and this is that mustard seed philosophy. This is something that I state to myself. I am anchored in unwavering trust in my capabilities of overcoming every obstacle and achieving greatness in my life, paired with unquestioning and unreasonable faith in the divine realm's plans, timing, and providence over my life and my soul's destiny. When you can lean into that level of trust and faith, you're unstoppable, my love. Last thing that came through, helpful people. Helpful people are on the way. Okay, stay open. Helpful people are on the way. So I hope that this was impactful for you guys. If you find my readings, my content is enjoyable and you're getting something out of it, I would really, really appreciate it if you could hit the like button and subscribe so that you can be notified when I post new online things. Anyway, I love you all. Be well, love well, and live well. Enjoy your weekend.